I think one of the game's better goaltenders. Dallas has had an uneven start to their season too, with injuries and such. Ottinger has to be able to be near the top of his game here.
Stars control it off the faceoff with Wyatt Johnston moving in on Quinton Byfield. We check out tonight's starting lineups, brought to you by American Express, with Wyatt Johnston and the Stars going right to work as Thomas Harley leading the charge for the Kings. Heiskanen from Hintz, Arrester swallowed up by Darcy Kemper. Despite their record, as Torts told you, at 3-3, he did like some things about their game in a 5-1 loss Tuesday. Puck settled down for Nate Bastian. Popped out of the mid of Darcy Kemper, still loose in behind. Couldn't enter the zone. He was harassed by Adam Ernie. Now on the turn, here's Tyler Seguin. Dropped it off. Ernie with a shot got broken up on a good stick from Drew Doughty.
The last couple of years, a run into Edmonton, and that hasn't worked out for anybody.
Yeah, new opponent would be a good place to start. Certainly for the Kings, as that is gloved by Jake Ottinger.
Probably looking forward to a new start. He just couldn't crack through with Pete DeBoer, and so Lundqvist was going to get a chance to play. He got hurt, so you kind of piecemeal it together as best you can. That's maybe the largest chicken parm order you can make in Buffalo right there.
Those shot got broken up. Ceci a drive. Ottinger gave up the rebound. Ceci springs to it. Johnston had to adjust. In the corner, Robertson, net front, chipped high. Robertson on the reload from Hintz. In behind, around for Mikko Rantanen.
Yeah, right in the middle. This is Jason Robertson who's going to get the puck eventually down by the net. Look how quickly he takes it. Kemper with the stop as Edmondson's trying to prevent a cross crease pass, but Robertson quickly flips to the front of the net.
Fiala on the turn, edge of the circle, back out high for Adrian Kempe.
Look out.
Broken up by Sam Steele in a foot race with Kempe. Steele moving in and lifts the shot high.
Kempe tries to force this puck through the middle of the ice. Now you can say, hey, you got 5 forwards on the ice, and that's what happens when you put 5 forwards out there. Defensemen make that play too, right? Like, they make bad passes as well.
Adrian Kempe out high, 5-on-3. Kuzmenko in the corner. Fiala, the one-timer, goes off the side of the net. Harley couldn't clear. Kempe, Fiala, blocked, loose. Byfield with it. Here's Fiala. A shot, glove, rebound, score! Corey Perry, his first as a King, and LA's on the board.
Clear chance to get rid of this puck right here. Thomas Harley's got all kinds of time to clear it. He hands it right to the Kings. The puck will move around a couple of stops for Ottinger. And Perry, whose game hasn't changed for 2 decades, patiently on top of the crease. The Ottinger rebound falls right to his feet. In LA, a power play goal and a 1-0 lead. He's got such a great sense of the puck and where the puck's going to go. He gets to the front of the net. He takes 2-3 strides, and he's got a goal. It's remarkable watching him play.
Mikey Anderson chipped it up the wall, settled down by Trevor Moore. Moved along for Phil Deneau. Only 8 goals for him last year. Moore had it kicked out by Ottinger. Thomas Harley skates it back toward the blue line with a soft arrester. Rantanen reloads. Glove save, Kemper. Wow.
To keep this game tied at 1. Rantanen's going to find the puck. Look at everybody looking around. They can't find it. Rantanen's got it. Kemper finds it. And he's going to try and track this. Look at his gloves in the catching position. This puck almost goes right into it as Kemper takes away a sure goal.
Moved along, here's Armia on the back pedal. Doughty out high, off to the circle, Moore. And that partially broken up. Off the stick there of Wyatt Johnston. Working down the right wing boards past Foxa. Clark in behind, he's centered in the direction of Armia. Backhands it around to the right point, 20 seconds remaining. Heiskanen moved it off for Robertson, and now Johnston along the goal line. Sauced one looking up the seam for Heiskanen. Kept alive, Robertson, score!
So many players shoot the puck 95 miles an hour and they don't hit the net. Darcy Kemper does not see this. This is right in my eye line. I can't see Kemper because Joel Edmondson's standing right in the middle eludes Edmondson, and it's perfectly placed under the bar.
After a wave of penalties on both sides, we had 3 called against Dallas in the last 8 minutes of game action. Interrupted by Clark, settled back by Rope Hintz. Petrovic escaped the stick, looking for a lane, fed it on net. Rebound kicked out by Kemper. Rantanen for Hintz, denied by Kemper's pad. Robertson on the entry. Robertson loads it up. Robertson in behind. Wraparound denied. All kinds of chances now for the Stars. Kempe on the move. He pitches it in. Settles down behind the net of Ottinger. Kempe back on it. Here is Ceci with a drive. Score! The Kings are back in front.
You know, he's only here for 3 or 4 months. Last year, I said to Casey DeSmith, the backup goaltender, man, he never scored last year. They should just show a couple of wrap around the boards or one off the glass. Well, here's his return to Dallas. This shot deflects off the Dallas.
Bounces down for Perry, moved it along for Deneau, rink wide for Kevin Fiala. On the entry against Harley, taps the brakes, feeds Byfield just onto the ice. High slot, stick decided by Ottinger. No question about that. So Ceci at 6:27 after it was Robertson at 4:58. Corey Perry had the first late in the first. Miro Heiskanen a wrister, redirected on Darcy Kemper. Hintz dropped it off for Robertson. Centers, Johnston a shot, stoned by Kemper. Settled down by Hintz, shuttled along. Robertson had it stick aside by LaFerriere. Rantanen in behind. Rantanen surveys. Robertson for Rantanen. Mikko Rantanen, stick handling. Johnston a shot with Anderson parked in front of Kemper. Johnston off the stick of Doughty. Up and out of play with 1:05 to go.
Alfie, first rounder by the Montreal Canadiens, who played in Portland in the Western League.
Drew Doughty with a head fake out high. Got through on Ottinger. Loose in the blue paint and swept out of there by Dallas.
Good work by Turcotte to get the puck to the point. Look at the traffic start to develop in front. Malot's in front and tied up nicely by Bischel. As Doughty finds the lane, and there's a real skill to this, finding the space to shoot the puck and to get it to the net without getting it blocked. We'll be in Philly, right?
I think so.
Did you know that's a 6 o'clock start?
When should I book my flight?
You should get on it.
Kuzmenko back to the line. Anderson score!
So they will review it now as we hear the announcement in the arena, whether it's a high stick or not. I don't know how they're going to be able to determine if that's above the crossbar, that far away from the net. Man, that's really close.
After video review, it was determined that it was a high stick. The puck did hit the normal height of the crossbar, and we have no goal.
There's Rope Hintz. Drops it off for Mikko Rantanen. Pulls up top of the circle, cutting through the slot with a shot. Harley in front, fed it along, and Kemper kicks it out on Steele.
First 7 games of the season. Rantanen is going to get into the slot here, and this puck will hit Harley. What a nice play by Harley to steal, and what is so impressive about NHL goalies is how they find the puck, how they track it.
And now Anderson. Settled down by Armia. Had to wait on Fogle. Armia dragged back to the forehand. And Ottinger made the stop. Approaching 15 seconds to go in the second. Heiskanen back in behind. Mikko Rantanen. Robertson a shot. Stuffed by Kemper. During which they had only scored 5 goals in the last 3 games coming in. Thursday against the Canucks, Saturday at St. Louis, and then Tuesday here, like we've talked about, against Columbus. 30 seconds to go. All kinds of time here in the O-zone on the power play. Kicked out. Score! Wyatt Johnston ties the game.
Really good puck work, really good puck retrieval. Terrific movement of the puck. Watch the Stars here as the puck gets in control. They move it out to the slot to Hintz. His shot is stopped by Kemper. Nice pad stop, but they're not going to find Wyatt Johnston. Johnston on the back door.
Fiala, Armia, and now Byfield joining them on the ice for the Kings. Maverick Bourque with Robertson and Johnston. Bourque flips for Robertson, stuffed by Kemper, and a backhand bid from Johnston went wide.
Rantanen beat him in that spot of the ice. Just let him go. There's Kemper battling away with the puck. First Robertson, and then when Wyatt Johnston gets it to the front of the net,
Heiskanen hacks at him, hounding him to win the puck. And in the final 5 seconds, Roope Hintz just through center. And we are headed to overtime here in Dallas. Between these two on faceoffs tonight. Hintz fights for this one, and he swats it back toward Miro Heiskanen. And Rantanen checks Kempe. Puck comes out toward the line. Byfield in pursuit. Kempe with him. Byfield. Kempe. Score! Kempe again, the overtime hero.
Kempe starts to play a strong board work play. A nice play up the boards. As Hintz has the chance to get the puck, but Byfield works him for it, and this puck to Kempe, a little bit of a wobbler on the one-timer, but Byfield lays it on the spot for the one-timer. The Kings win back-to-back on the road, and Adrian Kempe has the winner.